you so much. Thank you for watching The Christian View, where we discussed gossip, and then we went a little bit deeper into slander. But Rebecca, we're going to get into what the Bible actually calls this, and it's talebearing.
Yeah.
And it says in 1 Timothy 5:13, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, and also busybodies, spreading things which they ought not.
Yeah, that's true. And Proverbs 11:13 says, "He that goeth about talebearing revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit conceals the matter. Where there are no talebearers, the strife ceases."
Yes.
And you know, I spent 9 years on a church staff, most of that time holding a Kleenex box and listening to the deepest, darkest secrets of people in that little office, and then crying with them and praying with them. And that was one of my main prayers, was, God, give me a faithful spirit that I will go to my grave and never share. And you know, oftentimes too, God would just wipe it out of my mind, that I didn't even remember it anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Because, you know, I don't want, when someone sees me and they revealed something tragic in their life, for them to think I'm ashamed because I revealed this to her.
Oh, gosh.
And so, you know, that's the thing, is that a gossip separates the closest
Did
of
you ever find it
friends.
hard not to tell your husband?
No, I didn't, because he didn't need that toxic thoughts coming in our home. And I try to be very, very careful never to tell a soul. And I would say, you know, only the walls in this office
That's good.
have heard.
Because you have to be trustworthy.
Exactly.
People have to know that they can bring something to you, especially if you're, you know, a fivefold ministry gift to a person. People have to know that they can bring their darkest secret to you, and that it will be kept. It will be between you, them, and the Lord Himself.
Well, that reminds me of the story of David and Absalom in the Bible, where when Absalom was left and he was gone, and he had been gone like 2 years, and so one of the people in David's house decided that he was going to help the situation out. You know, it was all about Absalom was upset because David didn't punish the person who raped his sister Tamar like he wanted him to. So the person told a little story to get Absalom to come home to make it seem like David wanted him there. Well, David was still upset and egregious, and even though when Absalom returned, long story short, he stayed there a while, and he and David never really made things right. And it came to a point where it ended up causing Absalom his life. And the person, you know, all because they told an untruth and they told a story trying to fix a situation. So even in that, sometimes, you know, people will say, well, it's okay, you know, to just kind of fabricate and do this to try to help. But in all those instances, it doesn't help. You know, we have to refrain our lips from, you know, from gossiping and spreading untruths, even half-truths.
And that's what it says in Exodus 20:16, you shall not bear false witness.
Yes.
You know, not even a small bit of falseness should come out of our mouth, but anything that edifies is what should come out of our mouth.
I like that.
But so often we tend to
Proverbs 20:19, whoever goes about, Matt 4, slandering, reveals secrets, therefore do not associate with even a simple babbler. We're not even supposed to hang out with these people that are gossipers.
I'm not saying anything about Lee about the scandal.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
What I'm saying?
Don't put it out there. Don't put it out there.
Talking about that.
Don't do it.
We've been talking about that.
One of the big differences between a slander and a talebearer. A slanderer is probably telling a lie or twisting the truth. A talebearer could be telling the absolute truth. It's just that it's not your place
Telling
to
it to
tell.
people who have no business
And telling it for the
knowing
wrong reason. The motive also.
Wisdom says keep your mouth shut. And a talebearer is like running around telling the truth, probably for bad motives, to lift themselves up or to hurt the other person. But it's absolutely true. But it's still
Or they're
wrong
idle.
because
they're idle and they're bored and they
for something
need
to say, something to do. That's
It's not
right.
time to
But
tell it or
Apostle
not the
Paul
right to tell
says
it.
all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. In other words, it might be true, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if I'm going to speak it, is it going to bring edification in that situation? Is
Most
it going
of the
to
time
help?
not.
Is it going to build up? And most times, you know, when we say things, we know that in it, sometimes we do it just to be, you know, we do it sometimes just to actually bring about controversy.
Right.
Someone got on your nerves and you say little things and slip something in, but we don't realize the damage that it does down the road.
Well, you want them on your side.
Look at how damaging it is when you're being told by God not even to associate. And
There you go. Not even associate
not
with
even
a
to
simple
associate.
babbler.
And the thing about it is that as Christians, sometimes we hate that word,
Yes.
not to associate, more than we hate the sin of talebearer.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Because we want to fit in.
Yeah.
We want to fit in.
And if we wouldn't say it with the person standing in front of us, that's a good rule of
Wow.
thumb,
Right.
then don't say it.
That's what I've always heard. If they're not right there to hear it too, don't say it.
Yeah, and Ephesians says, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth. Only that is, healthy to building others up. I don't think that's the exact right words.
But I can tell you something,
only what is
Rebecca,
helpful.
when you tell something
Yeah.
that you shouldn't and it comes back to you, it's not fun.
That's
No.
true.
Wow.
And
You know,
it
one-
will.
one-
And
one
you're
of the-
confronted with it, it's not
Yeah.
fun.
One of the
It
first
does.
things that I've learned to do, and actually, you know, I've seen this work quite a bit, is that somebody will come to me with a tale, with a story. And the
Bring
first thing
the
that I
other
want to do is I tell the other, come over here, let's talk about it.
That
And
shuts
once
it
people
down
realize that
fast.
the minute they come to you, you're going to bring the other person
Oh,
into the
they're not
situation.
interested anymore.
You're no longer the one that's going, no, they don't come to you anymore. No.
I read something that says that gossips always look for others who have a complaint because they will readily listen to the
Right.
damaging rumors. So I thought that was really powerful that, you know, when they go to the person to gossip with, that person in
If
turn.
they shut it down,
yes.
they're not going to tell
Right.
them
No.
again.
That's right. And in James, I think it's great. It says James 3:2. If we control our speech, we can control all areas of our life.
yes.
You know, things need to be under control. But there are certain people, I think, who just really want
But
to
the Bible says
add
a
division.
lot about the tongue.
It does. It does.
You ever notice how everybody has one person that they know they can tell?
Yes.
There's just one, I'm not going to tell anybody, but I can tell this person.
Right.
Well, that person's got one person too.
That's why I haven't
person's
found the
got
one
one.
yet. That's why I haven't found the one.
You have dogs.
We have
I
dogs,
have
that's
dogs.
right.
I have dogs and I have Jesus, and that's all I need. I can just rant and rave all day long and tell everything, and I ain't got to worry about it
Now,
coming back to me.
can you see the dogs in her home? Oh my, she's back.
She's on again.
I hope they're not like Lassie. Because Lassie can tell the story.
I can tell everybody. Oh my gosh.
You know, Eleanor Roosevelt made a great quote that's been famous. Great minds discuss ideas, average
Oh,
minds
yes, I love
discuss
that,
events, and
that's
small
good.
minds discuss
Discuss other
people.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me and Cameron were just talking about that.
I think it was about you, though.
Yeah, we were talking about
This world is full of drama, though. Look around us. It's drama this, drama that. And people just want something
That's the norm, though.
dramatic to
That's
go
how
and
we
tell.
It's like
Give them a
reality
reason.
TV. They want reality TV in their everyday life. It's just some people just thrive on drama.
Yes.
It's,
They do,
it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
I like what you said about being idle. Proverbs 31 says that a woman she looks to her own household.
Right.
Look at your own house.
That's
Look at
right.
your
Get it in order.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. You're right. Let's get that in order first.